Welcome back. I am theundj. This is Confessing Lies or Telling Stories. We look for truth. We keep it simple. We do critically think, but we don't overly analyze the videos themselves. Too many things can be fake nowadays. We look for the message in the videos. Let's get started.
Now, who is that behind the curtain?
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
Seriously, though, there'd be no reason to orchestrate something like this, right?
A federal judge has just ordered the Trump administration to stop the construction of the $400 million ballroom at the White House.
I mean, okay, that's irrelevant, right? It's not like this situation could be used to make it seem like the ballroom is needed for security purposes.
We looked at all of the conditions that took place tonight, and I will say, it's not a particularly secure building. I didn't want to say this, but we need the ballroom. That's why Secret Service, that's why the military are demanding.
Not a particularly secure building. I mean, you did have presidential security at the front doors, right?
Doesn't they have like two random chicks holding the front door open? We're not even trying anymore. It's not even like, I just mean like they're not even like Secret Service people. It's like the girls who work here are holding the door. Even if it was the guys, it wouldn't even make it better. It's like, they might as well put a doorstop in. They put up a doorstop and a scarecrow. No, this guy.
If security is the concern, why do they have regular people at the front doors of an event where the president and the vice president will be? Kind of shatters this illusion of needing the ballroom. Will the ballroom protect him while he's playing golf? No, his armed guards will. Do you see what that man is holding? Make it make sense. And it kind of sounds like she was warned that something was going to happen, but she was cut off before she could even tell us.
I want to just quickly tell you, I was sitting next to Caroline Levitt.
There will be some shots fired tonight in the room.
The press secretary's husband. He was seated right next to me, and right as the dinner was starting, he kind of leaned over and said, "You need to be very safe." And he was just very serious when he said that to me. And he kind of looked around the room and he said, there are some...
Sounds like we lost Aisha's phone there. And this happens, by the way, especially when you have so many people attempting to utilize the same cell service at the same time.
There are some what? What do you guys think she was going to say? Let me just say this. I 100% believe that it is within the realm of possibilities that something like this could be orchestrated to push a narrative. And for those of you who say that is crap, look at historical events and tell me this hasn't happened in the past. I'm not on the left. I'm not on the right. And I definitely don't support the elite class of this world. But as you should know, it's just a theory, even if I believe it.
If you look back in history, every scandal, every incident, every tragedy, every event, they always have that factor about them. Something just doesn't quite add up. As long as I can remember seeing the president on TV and everywhere else in this world, nothing that he ever seemed to do or say rang right with me. There's going to always be some kind of veil put over the truth, especially in the White House. So will we ever find out what happened? No. Will we ever stop looking? No.
Lamentablemente el gobierno se quiere apropiar de todas estas tierras para hacer un basural y la verdad que es una lástima porque es lo único que queda de vegetación en esta zona. ¿Viste eso? ¿Lo viste eso?
The video seems to be before AI. And if AI didn't have the ability to make videos seem older than they really are, this would be a lot more fascinating to me. But do I believe they're lifting things up out of the air to do whatever? Of course they are. It's usually us. So be happy that this time it was a cow.
We in the last times and days right now. The Illuminati's in effect. See, the Illuminati ain't nothing but like, it's gonna be a second Great Depression out here in America. Except this time, corporate America's prepared themselves for it. Meaning when it hits, their money is gonna be safe. As far as the rest of us that don't own our own businesses and things of that nature, so bad, we're gonna be killing each other in the streets, man. Mad Max and Beyond Terror Dome and all that, it's gonna be on, man. And they're gonna have to blow us up, which is what they're gonna do. They're gonna inject us with these, they're gonna say it's like for everybody mandatory AIDS testing because AIDS is so widespread. They're gonna be giving them vaccines for it so they don't catch it off top like measles, mumps and stuff like that. But in all actuality, what they're doing is putting microchips in and your babies so they can keep tabs on where you're at. That's deep. That's deep. They're not even using money anymore as far as paper. It's going to be cards to show what status you are, how financially well off you are, or whatever. You know, what do you own, and it'll tell everything about you. Welfare, gone. They just want, funds for schooling, gone.
Now, last time I checked, Method Man is not a prophet. He doesn't claim to be psychic. None of that. But what he has been is consistently famous for the last 30 years or more. And I would venture to say because when he came out, that's Wu-Tang. He was probably even more famous then than he is now. So for him to know this, he didn't just make it up. They were propositioned. Wu-Tang was the most popular rap group out there for a good long time, internationally known. So you best believe Method Man's been propositioned. Now, did he take the pill? I don't know. He has been famous for 30 years. But did he speak the truth 30 years ago? Did he predict the same thing they did with COVID, even though it was AIDS back then? Yes, he did. How did he know? Somebody told him.
There is a theory that full-body realistic skin suits exist and that people and other beings are wearing them to disguise themselves for one reason or another. Now, I think a really good example is the skin-toned sleeves and gloves that you typically see someone like my girl Dolly Parton wearing, and absolutely love Dolly Parton. So none of this is any shade to her whatsoever. Matter of fact, she looks fabulous and she's an absolute legend. However, if you've noticed, we only ever see her like when she's wearing her skin-colored sleeves and gloves covering the majority of her hands. Sometimes I've seen that she'll wear the suit, looks like the suit all the way up to her chest. And in this picture, you can see that she's dressed in a Dallas Cowboy cheerleading outfit, and she's basically wearing a full-bodied, skin-colored suit to cover her own skin. Now, it also looks like Christina Aguilera wears something very similar as well. If you look closely in this video, you can see that she has skin-colored sleeves on while she's performing, or it definitely looks like it. It doesn't look like she's ever addressed this directly, but most people believe that it's probably because she's lost a bit of weight over the years and she may be dealing with some loose skin because of that. And I feel her. I got loose skin myself. I totally get it. And when you're in the spotlight, you probably just want to go up there and perform and not worry about things, you know. If you know, you know. Dolly has confirmed that she has a few tattoos that she keeps private, and she has said that she got these tattoos to cover up scars from previous surgeries. She said that her scars have a tendency to have like a dark purple color to them, and so she got pastel colored tattoos to blend them in. But she also said that she kind of prefers to keep her arms covered for a more polished look. Dolly has also talked about how she looks completely different when she's at home. Dolly has said that the blonde hair that we see is not actually her real hair, it's a wig. She has tons of wigs. She was asked one time how many wigs she has, and she says she has one for every day of the year. Dolly's talked about how her natural hair is more of like a dishwater sandy blonde, and that she just prefers how easy wigs are, and she don't have to really style it and do all that stuff for public appearances. It's even been said that sometimes Dolly leaves the house without her skin suit, her wig, her makeup, her nails, and all the other things, and no one hardly ever recognizes her because of it. She's like a totally different person. So you can't really blame Dolly for sure. She's 80 years old. She's gonna wear everything she needs to wear to be comfortable and feel good in the public eye. I mean, There's a lot of people online that's been talking about Kris Jenner, who recently just got a new or another facelift. Now, I think she looks great, honey, but a lot of people online, she's not wearing these skin-colored gloves that
These celebrities are coming up with more clever and inventive ways to defy age, hide scars, or hide whatever it is they're trying to hide. If it's not scars, it might be their differences from us. Dolly Parton's a legend. I'm pretty sure that being 80 years old and still having to be in the spotlight, there are a bunch of tactics that are needed to make her camera ready. But when you're a celebrity, you're going to have the secrets that we do not have. So whatever it is, she does look good. You got to give it to her. She's still killing it.
Bien. Faut y aller? Tout le monde est prêt? Bien, mesdames et messieurs, le résultat de ce...
Oh, I find this hilarious. They had us thinking that if we so much as went outside and inhaled once, it was a wrap. And here they are scrambling for the cameras, throwing on the mask. They walked in almost in each other's arms. They got us. They got us good. And we're still seeing the aftermath of those vaccines. So hopefully everything works out, but it doesn't look good.
What press?
From a radio station in San Bernardino. I know there's a conspiracy about the space shuttle. No, I want to be polite.
There she is. This person approached Judy Resnick and attempted to politely engage with her regarding the Challenger shuttlecraft mission.
Hey, Judy? How you doing? I'm from the press. I just had a quick question, if you don't mind.
What press?
From a radio station in San Bernardino. I know there's a conspiracy about the space shuttle. No, I want to be polite.
There she is.
Friendly, just a question.
And there she goes.
So there's a lot of rumors about you being on that space shuttle. Obviously, you know, if you want to comment, we would really appreciate it.
So unlike Michael J. Smith, who ended up basically having a full-fledged conversation with the individual, she just effed right off. Which, depending on your stance, could be evidence for or against. But it tends to lean on the side of eyebrow rising. So here they all are.
Pilot Mike Smith, followed by Krista McAuliffe, teacher in space, Ellison Onizuka, and payload specialist Greg Jarvis.
So one question that's been brought up a lot is that if they did show them entering the space shuttle, how did they get out? Where did they go? Because as you know, when it goes up, they would have to go somewhere, be tucked away somewhere, pretty safe. And here's the answer to that question.
Once the crew are on board, if it looks as if they're in danger, they get out and head down this tube, specially insulated against fire, and zigzagging down not to some point out and away from the rocket, but to an escape room exactly where you'd think it shouldn't be. 3.5 minutes after they get the warning in the capsule, the crew could be down here in the blast escape room via that 200-foot escape tube, 40 feet below the base of the rocket.
Follow for part 4.
Well, this is what happens when you hurry up and throw together a lie that you intend to keep going for decades, centuries even. You have to put it together a little bit better because mankind is just a little smarter than you think we are. And sometimes things get out. So now we're running up on astronauts that aren't supposed to be here anymore. And they're acting like astronauts that are not supposed to be here anymore. She didn't say, you have the wrong person. I don't know what you're talking about. She ran like she was guilty. But the story's true. Okay.
Hey guys, update on the Bale statue that was burned in Iran today. Apparently there was 3 statues, as well as this photo right here with some characters you might recognize, as well as some symbols you might recognize. There's also a couple professionally shot videos of these statues being burnt. I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but here's a little clip of each one. This video ends with this screen right here. It says, "We, the monotheists of the world, by the help of God, will bring down the worshippers of Baal, the worshippers of Satan, and the arrogant oppressors." And here's the second video. Then this video ends with this screen right here, 66 seconds with a Star of David in an hourglass.
They think this about our world leaders because that's how our world leaders portray themselves. Like they don't worship the right things, like they're dark. It's, you earn the reputation you get most of the time. And unfortunately, Western civilization, we've earned this reputation. Not all of us, because we don't have the power. But yeah, I've seen us in other countries. We don't act right. Entitled, our leaders, dominant, it's crazy. But let's just hope it's a message being sent, and that over there, where we seem to keep all of our interest at, maybe they just don't know something that we don't know. Let's hope it's not that, but yes, it's probably that. They're not just worshiping and burning things down, guessing. This is too specific. Not to mention we think the same things about our own world leaders.
So the ultra-terrestrials, I'll just tell you. The ultra-terrestrials, I think, have you heard of the P-52s and the P-47s? Do you know what that is? They're us from the future. They're from here. They are you. They are me. They're from here, from the future. P-47 is present plus 47,000 years. P-52 is present plus 52,000 years. And basically there's a calamity, right? So there's like a apocalypse scenario in the near future. It wipes out most of like everything, man. And there's the ones that go underground and survive, right? And then there's the ones that somehow stay on the surface and miraculously don't die.
Okay, yesterday you told us you traveled, and I quote, thousands of light.
The end of this video we've seen before. I actually played that entire clip in a previous video. This young lady said some things that kind of worried me. I heard underground, above ground, wipes out almost everything. Ultra-terrestrials. It would make sense that we are our own aliens. As nosy as we are, we're probably the civilization that's trying to run around and find everybody else, rather than everybody else running around trying to find us. So it's probably just us finding us. I could see that.
It's in them is not so good. You know, we've learned to accept it, but I don't know if you'll feel so accepting after this. The company Clear Foods recently analyzed 345 hot dog and sausage products from 75 brands and retailers and found, are you hot dog lovers ready for this? Human DNA in 2% of the samples and in 2/3 of the vegetarian samples. And get this, 10% of all vegetarian products appear to contain meat. Clear Foods says that there are some companies producing high-quality hot dog, top scores to Butterball, McCormick, Eckrich, and Hebrew National.
Only 2%? That's it? I'm actually impressed. I thought it was like half us and then half not animal, to be honest with you. By this time, hot dogs, yeah, I thought that was pretty much all us. And then whatever chemicals they need to keep us fresh. So I'm not surprised, except for the fact that it's only 2%.
A time traveler may have infiltrated the White House. This one's gonna get you, trust me. A random X account created in December 2023 has just one single tweet ever posted that very same month. That tweet being just the name Cole Allen. The exact name of the suspected White House shooter. that was apprehended during the correspondence dinner in the Washington Hilton on April 25th, 2026. And that's not even the crazy part. This is where it gets absolutely wild, because the name of the account that posted this is Henry Martinez, an engineer who worked at Lockheed Martin developing the Orion spacecraft, so he was dealing with some highly classified, super high-tech stuff on a regular basis. Cole Allen, the suspected shooter, actually interned at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in 2014, the same year in which NASA published a research paper out of Goddard Space Flight Center in which Lockheed Martin's Henry Martinez was the primary author of. He co-authored this paper for NASA the same year that Cole Allen worked at NASA, and then 9 years later he randomly tweets his name with no context. Now, Henry Martinez's X account also has this cryptic banner on top that comes from a website called, get ready for this, Time Machine. And the image is said to hold a striking resemblance to a certain event that happened in 2024. Yeah, that. Everyone online is going crazy about this, some even claiming they can't unsee it. The original image was created in 2021, and that Butler, Pennsylvania attempt happened 3 years later in 2024. Now, a year earlier in 2023, that same image was used as a cover photo by an artist named Chocolate for a song called 4 Chargers. 4, like the number of people in the photo it supposedly represents. Henry Martinez hasn't made any other posts since, and in fact hasn't even been heard of since, leading many to believe that he's another one of those missing scientists, and don't worry, I'll be talking about that very soon. His profile pic is internet meme Pepe the Frog, wearing a tux and drinking wine from a glass, and well, yeah, okay, that one's kind of reaching. But it is rather odd that world-famous mentalist Oz Perlman was performing some sort of magic trick to Trump and Melania just seconds before the shots were fired. And a day before the incident, there was allegedly a spike in search terms for the full name of the suspect, Cole Thomas Allen, coming out of Iran, which Google has since scrubbed and removed. For argument's sake, let's just say these are fake. Now, the theory is that Henry Martinez was working on classified projects at Lockheed involving UAP propulsion and, well, time travel, which is why he disappeared just shortly after tweeting the name of the shooter back in 2023, dropping us a little hint of this incident that was going to happen 3 years later. But what do you think? Why is it that every bit of news that drops these days always seems to have some sort of theory that kind of feels, I don't know, somewhat plausible?
My thoughts exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. This situation is so crazy, it's so all over the place, it's so out of left field that time travel seems to me be the most plausible theory that I've heard thus far, because nothing else makes sense. Like, absolutely nothing makes sense. And every time you try to look this story up, it's a whole different narrative. So it's going to go under just like Epstein. We're not going to find out. It's crazy. But that is our government.
So this is probably some of the elites from the future. Some of the scientists that went missing or that was unalive, some of them thought that aliens are from the future. They're saying they got like this from being underground for so many years. They say if you're underground for too long, you can develop a bald head, lose all your hair, your eyes can blow up, and you might look like this. So let's say this is actually what's happening. Why are they here now? Why are they here in 2026? Does this catastrophic event happen very soon or something? Is that why they're back? Trying to tell us or trying to stop it? And if the catastrophic event is about to happen, is it what's going on in the Middle East right now? Is it going to be tied to World War III? Is that why so many elites, so many hired people that has the money got the bunkers? Why they been prepping for something? Is this what it is? Are those going to be the ones that's the aliens eventually? Some of the people that have babies on the ground? Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this down below in the comments. This shit crazy.
We're going to have to stick with just the message of the video, because some of the videos look pretty cool, pretty good, but AI can do that. And some of them, it's like they weren't even trying. But the message is there are other beings, and those beings could be us. We've seen how animals can change when they've been separated from the sun for generations. They look weird. They do not look like other animals like themselves that live on the surface. So I can only imagine how we would look. Underground, no sun, generation after generation. You never know. But I'm pretty sure that to modern day us right now, that individual would look like an alien.
You see, keep setting off my phone, man.
Well, you damage your phone.
No, hell no, no damage. You keep just setting it off. No thunder. Shit. Okay. I don't know if the camera is showing the true color of it. This been going on for about 45 minutes. So for one, lightning. Lightning just don't be lightning for 45 minutes. And then look at it. On and on. Second of all, it's purple. It has some red. The red caught my attention, but it's not showing red. Look at it, man. See, I know it's not real life to me. Spiritual war, man.
There's been reports of lights like this all over the country, really all over the world. I've seen plenty of videos like this where it's just like, it really does look like a war in the sky, silent war, because you don't hear anything. And I've seen a lot of crazy lightning. I've had, the luck and fortune of being on the edge of rain. Like the rain was right there and I was at the edge of it. Everybody knows that rain has to have an edge somewhere. It has to stop somewhere. So I've been in some very weird positions. I've seen some things, but I've never seen lightning like this. Okay? Especially being silent. You should hear something, even if it's a low rumble in the distance, but nothing. Very interesting.
I saw contingency plans called Majestic.
This is the legend, Bill Cooper. He's talking about the disinformation, the misinformation the U.S. government planned with these folks. Listen carefully.
And these
But if you listen and you pay attention, you'll understand why we're living in the little season of Satan. And if you could do me a favor, like, follow, share, let's get this information out there. Project Majestic.
Contingency plans were to, first place, a contingency is a plan that can be implemented if certain things occur. And the certain things that would have tripped this contingency plan are, number one,
basically the whole Majestic project was a psyop.
Close to the truth. So they have to implement this to get them steered off the track. Or number two, we don't want to tell the public the truth about the alien presence, but there's so much alien activity occurring that the public is on the verge of finding out anyway. Let's tell them this story so that it doesn't cause consequences that we don't want. And that plan was called Majestic. I was in a bookstore one time. I'd never seen UFO magazine. Didn't even know it existed. In fact, I didn't even know that there was a UFO culture in the world of people who study UFOs or worship UFOs or have little UFO meetings. I had no idea that that was occurring. I was in a bookstore one time and I was looking at the magazine rack. I'm an avid reader and I'm always in bookstores. And this one day I saw a magazine just popped right out at me, at UFO. And I picked it up and I looked inside and here is Majestic. All right there. And even the people who had been named to implement the plan were the ones who were actually implementing it. William Moore, Stanton Friedman. I'd never heard of Jamie Chanderay, but he was named, and they had brought out a supposed genuine document called the Eisenhower Briefing Document, which in reality is a fraudulent document. It's a fake, and it was created to implement the plan Majestic to either indoctrinate the public on what the government wants the public to perceive is happening, or to steer researchers away from the truth, or both.
So this wasn't revealing the plan of Majestic, but it was actually implementing the plan.
Implementing the plan against the public. It was a psychological operation against the public.
So this is what you saw. Right.
So immediately my head began to spin around, and I began to think, God, you know, I've got to tell people that they're being manipulated. This is a lie. And it really, if the public were using their own intellect, they would know that it was a lie. The executive order quoted for this document was 92,000 something. I believe it was 92447, which is 92,447, and it was supposedly written by Truman. But Truman never wrote an executive order higher than 9,000. I mean, even today, there's no executive order with the number 92,000 on it. They've been consecutive since the beginning.
So it was clearly fraudulent.
So it's clearly.
I have a lot of respect for whistleblowers. I know it's not easy. And these are whistleblowers who have made it very far in their career. In order to work for these elite organizations, to make it into the government, to do what you do for the government, you have to be really good at what you do, or you have to know someone high up. Either way, when you whistleblow, you throw that career away and you put yourself in significant danger. So I have nothing but respect for those who have decided that we need the truth more than they need their life, their job, their livelihood. That's somebody who's team mankind. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
The difference is that today, and years back also, TLS and people like TLS do their best to destroy it. Those tunnels are very extensive. They can go from New York to Portugal to Australia. They're all over. There are tunnels throughout, but there are also hubs. Hubs mean it's like a big city. By the way, they're all connected with trains that work on a magnetic field.
How fast do these trains go?
Fast. Real fast. You could do New York to Europe in 20 minutes.
Have you been on these trains?
Yes.
Is there just out of curiosity, is there any form of like a G-force? Do you have to drink anything to get on the train like you do on a spaceship?
No, you don't have to drink anything. But we were wearing a special outfit, suit. One of the biggest ones, believe it or not, is in Antarctica. You could travel by train. If you have the ability, you could travel by levitation. They guard it with technology. It's not like people are sitting there with guns and watching you.
Again, my jaw's supposed to be dropped. You know, I'm supposed to be surprised, shocked. No, I just want to know where they're at and how can I get a pass. I'm tired of sitting in traffic. These tunnels, we've heard about them. We've heard about them in California for the celebrities, and I'm pretty sure they're far more extensive than we think because these celebrities move around. Like they're here and then they're there in a matter of hours. They never seem jet lagged or anything, so this makes complete sense. Another episode is down. And I can't thank you enough for the engagement. I can't thank you enough for subscribing, supporting your boy. You know I'm trying here. I'm taking something that I'm passionate about, and I'm making it happen. I couldn't be more ecstatic. But you all are the ones who make it worth it. It's no fun without you. So thank you for engaging. Continue to leave comments. Continue to stay diligent. Keep your eyes open. And I've established a personal email directly to me. That way, if you have any criticisms, any advice, anything, I'm new to this. It's all going to make me better, help me grow. I will put it up on the screen, hopefully, when I do the editing. If I forget, check the bio. It's there. Okay? It leads directly to me. And I don't care if I have 100 subscribers or 10 million. As long as I'm physically able, I am going to answer each and every comment. I'm going to respond to each and every message. It's my favorite part of this whole thing. So thank you once again. Another episode down, as I said. I am theundj. This is Confessing Lies or Telling Stories. Until next time, I'm out.